how's it going? It is me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark. And here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do sold videos, I'll do hauls like this, I'll do unboxings, I'll do all that good stuff. So if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. So after like months of talking about it, I finally went back to the bins and I found some really good stuff. Again, if you guys are new to my channel, I live in the East Bay currently, and the closest bins to me is about an hour away in Sacramento. So it is a bit of a drive to get there. And I'm also someone who kind of gets overwhelmed at the bins, especially when I'm by myself and like, you know, decently far away from my home. So it takes a little bit of energy for me to get there. And when I am there, you know, I don't last very long before I'm kind of like, it's time to leave. So I spent about 2.5 hours there the other day, and I got, let's see, how many pounds? This is a Costco receipt. Let me go get my not Costco receipt. Okay, so I got 36 pounds for $1.59 a pound. So I spent $57.81. And I went on January 30th, and I'm filming it. Today is February 3rd, I want to say. So I asked my husband, and today's actually the 5th, so it's kind of off with my days, which happens a lot. But yeah, today's the 5th. I got this all on January 30th, which was last Monday. And for the most part, everything's washed and cleaned and listed. A couple of things I haven't gotten listed yet, but I did want to share with you guys what I picked up. I think I got about 37, 38 pieces. I did get this t-shirt, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I do love Elton John, and I actually have probably like 4 or 5 Elton John t-shirts currently, and I was wearing one the day I went to the bins and I found this one. But I had to pick it up because I actually found this t-shirt at the bins in Portland a few years ago, and it was always pretty small on me. So I got rid of it recently, like after we moved. I was kind of getting rid of a bunch of clothes, and since I never wore it because it was too small, I got rid of it. But then I found it at the bins in my size. So yeah, I was really excited. That was a good sign for me, and yeah, I thought I'd wear it for this video. But anyway, I'm gonna get into some of the stuff that I found. I'm trying to put it in a good order for you guys, but really it is a mashup of some like bread and butter things and some better high-end things. I don't even know if you'd consider it that, but I did have one item already sell. It was a pair of Lululemon like sweatpant leggings. I'll put a picture up of the sold listing. They sold for $40, and after fees I made $32, so that's already about half of what I spent, so that's great. I wish I was able to figure out like the actual name for these leggings. They didn't have any pockets, so there was no size dot. There was no, you know, I tried as many descriptive factors as I could. I went on lulufanatics.com, which usually I have pretty good luck finding the names and model photos for my Lululemon pieces on there, but I couldn't find it, and I just decided to list them. Sometimes if I can't find the actual item, I like second guess whether I should list it or not, because if I have the name, it'll probably get me more. But these still sold really quickly. They were just really high quality, again, sweatpant leggings, really thick, so I'm glad that they sold, and they sold quickly. These are a pair of men's Prana shorts, and they're a 2XL. These were one of the last things I picked up. I found 2 pairs of men's Prana shorts. The other ones are new with tags, but I figured I'd pick these up. Prana is like a bread and butter brand for me, but I don't really pick it up too much anymore. Since those other ones were new with tags, and they're both men's 2XLs, I thought I might as well pick them up. They're a good size, and they're good for like the upcoming season, spring and summer, so I thought I would go ahead and get those. This I probably shouldn't have picked up, but I really love the graphic, and I don't really pick up graphic tees at my thrift stores because they're overpicked, so there's nothing ever really good, and they're overpriced. But I liked this. I don't really understand the stripes. I was hoping I could Google image search it and something would come up, but it's just the San Francisco Giants, which is a baseball team. And yeah, men's size medium. Here is a t-shirt by The Mountain. Really funny baby monkey print. I like the brand The Mountain. I haven't had the best of luck selling it, and this is kind of a silly print, and I don't know if it'll do well, but I figured I might as well pick it up since it was at the bins. Again, a men's size 2XL. I definitely have at least one like on this already, and I think someone will pick it up just because it's funny. I don't have it marked too high. I'll probably cross-list that to Depop just because it is pretty silly. These I picked up because they just felt really nice, and I figured they're probably a newer style of Abercrombie & Fitch. They're size medium, and they're like a beige legging. I have these listed, and I don't think I'll get much for them, but I also might just bring these into Plato's Closet near me because they have been asking for athletic wear. If you don't already, I would suggest trying to follow your local Plato's Closets or Buffalo Exchange or anything like that on like Instagram or online somewhere, because at least the ones by me and the one that was by me in Portland, I follow them and they post a lot about their sales and like what items they're looking for and what items they're buying currently. I don't really sell to them, really. I don't think I have in a long time. The one that's by me now doesn't seem as like busy as the one that was by me in Portland. So I might attempt to sell these to them if they're not getting any attention in like a month or so. Here are a pair of Zara jeans. They are a size 0, which is, yeah, pretty small, but they're called the Troop wide leg, and that's why I picked them up, because wide leg jeans are very popular. Light wash, which is good again for the spring and summer. These have also been getting attention, but they are teeny tiny. I do like to pick up Zara when I'm at the bins. Smaller sizes for brands like Zara don't really scare me too much, because like Zara, Abercrombie & Fitch, American Eagle, Aritzia, stuff like that have a younger audience, and young people can be, you know, teeny tiny, especially if they're like in high school or middle school or something and they want to get a pair of like adult size jeans. They might need to get the smallest size, so yeah. I don't know. Here is a pair of soft surrounding jeans. I like to pick up soft surrounding when I see it at the bins because I've had good luck with it. I prefer it in bigger sizes, and this actually happens to be an extra small, so it's not great. But they are a pull-on pair of jeans, and they have this really pretty floral embroidery. So again, really good for the upcoming season. And they're in really great condition. Fingers crossed these sell. I'm not expecting too much for these. I don't remember what I listed them at. But if I could get like between 15 and 25, I'll be plenty happy with that. I feel like I'm going through this stuff kind of quick, but this is more of like my bread and butter items. Not as exciting, but this is a Life is Good huge t-shirt. I love this graphic, so cute. Little barbecue guy. I've heard Life is Good sells well, but I've never really found it to resell in the past. So when I saw it at the bins, I thought I might as well try it. Again, would be really cute for the summer. Has a very like worn in, like faded look, but I think that that's intentional. And again, a good size. This is actually a men's extra large, but it's really big, so. I've luckily gotten into the habit of taking measurements of everything now, which I never used to really be good at. And people would constantly ask me for measurements, and if I'm being honest, I wouldn't measure them half the time. I just would kind of like ignore the comments. Because even now, if someone asks me for a measurement I don't have, and I go through the process of finding the item and posting the measurement, like 99% of the time, they never end up buying it. So I'm trying to be better at doing the measurements to begin with, and also answering people when they ask me, but it does get kind of frustrating when it doesn't seem like they ever buy it afterwards. But this is a Free People sweater, size small. I had to do quite a bit of depilling on this, but I think it actually ended up coming out pretty good. It's a very interesting like wide neck / off the shoulder purple sweater. I think it's called the Beach Echo sweater, and I do think it has some wool in it. But yeah, after I sweater shaped it for quite a while, it actually seems to have come out pretty well. I don't know if this is getting any attention. Again, I'm really not expecting much for this. This isn't really one of those free people sweaters that's gonna get me a ton of money, but I do think it'll sell. These are another pair of Zara pants. These are size small. These are like a paper bag, drapey trouser. I sold a pair of these not too long ago from the brand Madewell. And again, I do like to pick Zara up if I see it at the bins, because they do make like trendy clothes and they seem to be nicer quality than some other fast fashion brands. Fast fashion. And yeah, people definitely search for it. I also find it kind of easy to find their model photos. I don't know if I've ever shared how I do that before, but on these super long tags, if you still have the Zara tag on your item, this code down here, hopefully it's focusing, I don't know if it is, but by this barcode, this code next to it, if you search those numbers, I usually will get like a model photo from that on Google. And if I don't, I'll just like, it's in sections. You can see that. It's in sections. So if it doesn't come up, then I'll just take off the last 4 or the first 4 and just do a combination of those numbers. I spend quite a bit of time finding model images because I do think it helps my stuff sell a lot, especially on Poshmark. So even if I have to take an extra 10-15 minutes and try to find a model photo, I will take that time because I do think it helps personally. I know not everyone uses model photos. Then I got these cute jeans. These are from PacSun, Button Fly. I do like to sell PacSun jeans. Again, they don't get the most money, but I think young people still really like them. These are the ultra high-rise slim and again, a smaller size. Oops. My battery's dying. But again, a smaller size, size 26, ultra high rise slim. And I really love this wash. Again, a light wash. Lots of denim, love denim. Say it all the time. Here are those other Prana shorts, the ones that were new with tags. 2XL. I think these are kind of like a swim trunk. Striped short. They were originally $69, so not too bad. I think I have them listed maybe in the $30 range. I'm really breezing through my stuff. I do have quite a bit more though to show you guys. This is just a Carhartt men's extra large pocket tee with the logo. Whenever I'd find this stylish shirt at the bins in Portland, I'd always pick it up and it always sells. Again, not for much, but it does usually sell pretty quickly. These Carhartt things are still really popular. I'll pick up a decent amount of Carhartt if I see it, even their denim. Because it's just kind of like trendy streetwear style currently. These are a pair of Shein jeans, which I liked the butterflies and they're size extra large. I've done okay selling Shein jeans in the past. They kind of have, I don't want to say a cult following, but people do like their denim even though they're like a really cheap brand. So you're not going to get a lot for them, but hopefully someone would be more willing to buy them secondhand than from like, you know, Shein, which is not a great company. And I especially hate seeing Shein at the bins because I see so much of it and it's just like so bad for the planet, but if I can save it, I will, and I'll try and save those. This I still have hanging up. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a dark navy hoodie. I felt it and it felt really nice. It's really thick. It's like Sherpa, but like really, really soft still. It's a size small and it's Athleta. See that? Ooh, not the best. And it still has the tags in it, and it's from 2019, so newer, which I do have a problem with picking up a lot of older style Athleta at the bins, but it's actually reversible and you can wear it and it's all Sherpa on the inside, or you can wear it this way and it's like a neutral navy hoodie. It's really big for a size small. This is a brand that I really don't pick up very often. It's cut from the cloth, but I picked these up because they are the boyfriend style and they're a size 16, so a good size. And I feel like people still really like that boyfriend style jean, even though I don't really love the model photos for it, because it seems like a lot of time the boyfriend style, the model photo has the jeans like cuffed up like halfway up their calves, which I don't feel like is a very trendy style. But currently I still need to wash these. Somehow these didn't get in the laundry basket when I was washing everything, so I still need to wash these. So this is the brand Samantha Tracy, Treacy. I don't know if you can see it. But it was a silk dress, and this was like the one thing I didn't comp beforehand. I didn't have a cart. I was just telling myself, I'm like, I need 2 bags full, like 2 IKEA bags full, then I'm just gonna leave. Because I didn't want to have to put the stuff in my car. I was just scared that someone would steal the stuff out of my car if I like put the stuff I bought in the car, then went back in with more bags. It's not that sketchy of an area. I know some people told me that it's a sketchy area. It's not like the nicest place ever, but it's not like I don't feel unsafe there. I just was like, if I spend 2 hours buying clothes and then someone steals them out of my car, I'm gonna be so annoyed because I'm gonna have to drive an hour home anyway. So anyway, I didn't look this up. I just threw it in my bag. Then it's just kind of hard to go through my bag afterwards. But it's silk. I don't think it's vintage. I couldn't really figure out too much about this designer and this brand. Someone else did have this exact dress listed for a decent amount of money, and it is silk. But I don't think I actually end up listing it for that much. I'm hoping someone will like it because the pattern's really pretty, and it's like a baby doll style. I might need to put on my mannequin and take a picture of it later. Right now I just have pictures of it on the hanger. I also need to put all this stuff away. I've been keeping it out so that I can show you guys in a video, but I need to put it all away because now my office is getting crazy again. This is an O'Neill piece. O'Neill, Billabong, Volcom. Beachy brands like that usually do pretty well for me. O'Neill probably doesn't do the best out of all those brands for me. Billabong's pretty much the best of those brands. As you can see, it's pretty sheer, but it's a really cute, like, oversized mock neck sweater. Would be really cute for the beach. Again, it is a beachy brand. Has like the slits on the side. It's oversized. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a model photo for this piece, so I don't know if it's actually going to sell really well. I need to get it cross-listed onto Mercari because I do think this brand does better for me on Mercari. Also, sorry that it's like the light is getting like bright and dark. It's raining, but also sunny outside, so the sun comes and goes pretty quickly. Okay, this is a cute, it's not linen, I thought it was, but it's a cute little mini dress. It's by the brand Listicle, which I've sold a couple of times, I think from Flip Lots only, and it's actually done pretty well. I might have gotten in a bulk box once. I don't get the most for this brand, but it does get a lot of attention in my closet. I don't know too much about the brand, but since it was at the bins and it's a really cute style, again, like a baby doll style, I thought it would do well for spring and summer, especially because it's kind of like a nautical look. Again, it looks like linen, but it's not. Here is another pair of Shein jeans. Again, an extra large. I really liked this style. I wasn't confident in just picking any sort of like model photo for these jeans. I was hoping they'd have a code on them because I think a lot of the times they do have a code and I could look them up pretty easily online, but these didn't, so I didn't use a model photo. But they're actually really cute. They're very long and high-waisted, so hopefully somebody buys these. Again, their denim is actually pretty nice quality compared to like other fast fashion brands. And if someone could like get use out of these, it'd be so much better than them just clogging up a landfill. All right, this is a J. Crew outlet piece, size medium. I decided to get it because it's in good condition, and when I looked at the date, it's actually from 2022. So very new style. Lighting's kind of weird, so it'll be hard to see. But I looked up the code, and this is the schoolboy knit blazer, I think. And their schoolboy stuff does pretty well, like the regular schoolboy blazer from J.Crew. So yeah, I was pretty happy about that. Again, it's outlet slash factory, whatever you want to call it. So it's probably not going to get me the most money, but it's a very cute and classic piece from J.Crew, and it is a medium, which is great because a lot of time I feel like when I find J.Crew or I sell J.Crew, it's either an extra small or a small. A few more kind of bread and butter pieces. This is a super adorable dress. I really wish this was my size because it's so cute. Teeny tiny mini dress from the brand Wild Fable. It's a size small. Wild Fable is Target, but I think it's probably one of the most, if not the most, trendy brand from Target. And I do feel like people search this on Poshmark and Mercari because they do really like their styles. This is very much like 90s vibes. Again, really easy to find a model photo for it. Again, I'm not gonna get very much for it, but I do like having these kind of cute, trendy, cheaper brands in my closet because that also draws people in. And if they want to bundle that with something else, I always have a bundle discount in my closet, so they could do that as well. Not that anyone ever does, but they could. This was an Urban Outfitters button up. Again, I was really hoping I'd find a model photo for this piece, but I did not. It's a medium, and I'm pretty confident it's a men's medium. Really cool print, really funky. Has a collar. It's very like, not satiny, but like lightweight and flowy. Again, would be really nice for like the spring and the summer. But yeah, definitely a woman could wear this as well if they wanted to, but I do have this listed as a men's piece. I know sometimes people will make two listings, one as a men's listing and one as a woman's listing, but I think if someone didn't care enough, they would just look at like both categories when they're searching things. Here are a pair of overalls. Sorry, now my bag's in the way. But a pair of overalls. I think these were the first things I found when I got there. Straight leg, dark wash overalls. And I always love finding overalls at the bins because people do love to buy overalls. And at the bins, even if they're like a cheapy brand, I might consider picking them up just because people do like them so much. But these are actually Old Navy and they're size 8, and I'm pretty sure I have these same overalls that I bought for myself off their website in my size, obviously. But they're the slouchy straight leg overall, I want to say they're called. And I very clearly remember looking at the model photo for them, so they are newer. And yeah, they're getting a lot of attention. I do have these listed at $50, so that would be awesome if they sold. I do think when it comes to overalls, like straight leg, slouchy overalls are much more trendy right now than ones that are like skinny or like tight. So I'm excited about these. This was a new to me brand and comps looked good, but I also just don't know how popular the brand is. So I don't know if it's gonna sell slowly, if it'll sell at all, but I do have this listed pretty high, I think at $99. It's the brand Ronnie Arabella. It's a size large, which is great. It's made in Italy and it's 100% cashmere. And it's in excellent condition. It's this great like white knit cream color. It does have this cute belt loops, but no belt. It didn't have a belt. A lot of the stuff I feel like I got was originally from Goodwill. Like they still had like all these different Goodwill tags on them. So this might have originally been at a Goodwill and not a raw donation. I know people, I've heard a lot in videos, don't like to look through the Goodwill donations because they were at a Goodwill already and they didn't sell for a long time, so they're not as, like the stuff isn't as good. But I feel like I find my best stuff from the Goodwill donations. I find a lot of Lululemon. I think this was also, like I said, a Goodwill donation, so I look at everything, but I feel like my best stuff is usually not raw donations. But anyway, yeah, I am very excited about this. I hope this sells and I can tell you guys like more about it and if it actually sells well, but a really solid sweater. You're gonna get sick of hearing me say it if you aren't already, but really nice for the spring and summer, especially being like a white, light colored sweater. Oh, here's another J. Crew piece. This one was new with tags and that's why I purchased it. They are an extra small, so like I was saying, I find a lot of J. Crew extra smalls. But they're actually a nice linen pant in black with the drawstring. And would be really great for the spring and the summer or like a vacation. A really nice lightweight pant that could also be worn to work or just like out and about on the weekends. I feel like these are a really popular form of like work pant right now for people that do have to get dressed up and go to work. They want to be comfortable and they want to wear nice pants that aren't like structured trousers. So these, the Zara pants that I picked up that I showed you guys, those I feel like are more popular pants right now. All right, just a few more things. I'm almost done. At the very end, when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do one more rotation, I'm gonna go home, because this Goodwill I go to, it's the one, I wanna say it's on Franklin Boulevard. Yes, if you're wondering which bins I went to in Sacramento, I like the one better on Franklin Boulevard. I think the other one's on Date Avenue, I wanna say. But the one on Franklin Boulevard, it's the smaller of the two. They are pretty close together, so you can realistically do both in a day if you really wanted to. But I like the one on Franklin Boulevard better, just because I've been to it more. I've only been to the other one once, so it's probably not a fair assessment, but I've been to it more. I kind of understand the people better, and I always find good brands. I remember the one time I went to the Date Avenue one, I'm like, I'm just gonna go the bigger one. Clearly it's gonna have like the same stuff because it's just down the street, and it's gonna be bigger and it's gonna be better. I actually got a cart when I went to the bigger one, but I didn't really find much good stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll go to the smaller one before I go home, and I found great stuff. So I just kind of go to the smaller one and like get it out of the way. And I'd probably only go back to the bigger one if I wasn't finding good stuff at the smaller one, if that makes sense. I don't really have the energy to do 2 in a day currently, but yeah, if I'm just gonna go to one, I'm gonna go the smaller one. Anyway, I was about to go home, but I did one more rotation because they were moving the bins so fast. I couldn't even look through all the new bins before they were already taking them away. And there is a kind of group of people, like I feel like are at a lot of bins, that these ones are a bit different than other ones I've dealt with. They're pretty rude to the workers, I would say, but they're always looking through the bins and getting in their way before they're even put out, which would never have been cool with the people in Portland. But they just have different rules, I guess, or they have a really hard time enforcing the rules. And anyway, they look through the bins so fast that I don't think they actually look at the stuff at all. I don't really know what they're looking for, if they're looking for clothes for themselves, if they're just looking for flashy pieces that'll sell really well and they don't actually want to spend a lot of time looking through the stuff and the brands actually. So when I do a new rotation with them, I'm not really worried because I'll still find really good brands that they totally looked over or just didn't care about. But anyway, this was in that new rotation right before I left. These is Skims. This is a large, extra large. This is from their Cozy Knit collection. Really pretty blush pink full zip hoodie. I want to say it's sold out in this color maybe online, but would be really cute for Valentine's Day. I don't know if it'll sell before then since it's like 10 days away, but that was really cute. And then I did find the matching bottoms, but these are a size small medium. Yeah, small medium. And these are the jogger pant. These are so cute. Getting a lot of attention. These I have listed higher than this other set I found. I'm trying to keep these on hangers because I had to lint roll these so much, and I'm trying to keep them cat hair free, even though my cats don't even come in here. But this is also a skim set. These are the same pants. This is the tank in black, and these are both a small medium. So I have these listed together. These have more matting in between the thighs, or they do have matting, the other ones don't. So I did note that. I listed them together, and I think I have these both listed for $45 for the set because they're on sale online. And yeah, I just thought, you know, with the flaws, that's a good price point for these. Okay, I forgot my battery's dying, so I need to kind of get through these last few pieces pretty quickly. Here is another pair of Lululemon. Like I said, I already sold those sweatpant leggings. These are a size 2, newer style. I want to say 2017 or 2018 it says on Lulu Fanatics. I did have to do a little bit of pilling to these, and they have the slightest bit of like butt wear that I don't know if you'll even be able to see. Not really. But yeah, really cute. 7/8 length. I've been finding the newest, cutest Lululemon stuff at this bins versus even at like normal Goodwills. Like for whatever reason, this stuff is like better. Then I found these men's Lululemon shorts. I actually don't have these listed yet because I've been air drying them. They had a stain in the front, but that came out. But now the other problem is they kind of have pilling to the back. Again, kind of hard to see, but hopefully it'll photograph well so people know what they're buying. These are a men's size large. Worst comes to worst, I'll give them to my husband. I'm sure he would love them, but I do think someone will buy these even if it isn't for too much. I forgot what these are called, but they're like a sweatpant short. Really classic. Again, I will pick up anything Lululemon at the bins. I don't second guess that. Here's a really, really pretty dress. It actually has this necktie situation. And it's a midi length. Orange with pink flowers. It doesn't really feel like anything special, and I really wasn't expecting it to be anything special. But it's this brand Corey Lynn Calter. Kind of looks like it's all one word. But it's actually an Anthropologie brand, and I've sold this brand once before. So I did recognize it. I think I sold a skirt in the past. But this, I think there's only 3 or 4 listed online right now, which is great that it's not oversaturated. And comps are really good. I think at the very lowest, I'd get like 40, 50, but I have it listed at 80 right now, and it is getting attention. All right, 3 more things. This super cool NASCAR pit crew button snap up top that says Miller Lite on it. I was shocked when I found this and that the t-shirt guys didn't pick it up. I think it's really cool. NASCAR is still super popular, and I think this will do well on like Depop especially. But then when I was looking at it again, when I got it home, I did notice that there was like a hole, like a burn hole in the sleeve. I still listed it and I just noted it, and it's so cool. Number 2, which I couldn't really figure out who number 2 was, or if they just have the car number 2 and it's not really like a driver thing. But yeah, it being NASCAR and a beer style tee, I think that'll do really nicely. 2 more things. These jeans, which when I found them, I found these really early on, and I was like, okay, I could just go home right now because I could not believe that these were just like in an empty bin by themselves. It took me a second to be like, is that the brand I think it is? Because I've also never seen this tag, but it is Mother, and then it says Superior. And I'm like, are those Mother jeans? And then I looked at the back, and they were. They're like newer style, which I've never found anything that looked like this. Distressed, really cute, straight leg. I think these are sold on Revolve. They're size 28, which also isn't like a terrible size because I usually find Mother in really small sizes. I used to actually find Mother a decent amount at the bins in Portland, but it's definitely been a long time. And yeah, I cannot believe I found these. I have them listed on the higher end of comps, $155, but with discounted shipping. Again, they are getting attention. At the lowest, I think I'll get 100 for them, but these are a little bit saturated currently, which I'm not super surprised about because they were at the bins, and I imagine that someone didn't pick them up because maybe they were afraid there was too many listed already. But I also really don't know how many resellers are at the bins because it kind of seems like everyone's just buying for themselves. I don't really know, but I'm so happy about that. And then the last thing is this dress. You've probably seen me pick up so many vintage dresses at this point, but it's a strapless, sparkly dress. And when I tell you that when I got to the bin, it was just laid across like this on top. I think someone was looking through the new bins and just put this on like an old bin, like placed on top because they didn't want it. And this, I was really surprised. I've only found this brand once before, and it actually was really early on at the bins in Portland, and it wasn't a dress, but it is Jessica McClintock for Goonie Sacks, which I have Goonie, sorry, Sacks, made in the US, size 7, and it was their Millennium 2000 collection. I could not believe that it was Goonie Sacks, and I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and you're so excited and you don't even know what the brand's called, but I don't, and I'm sorry. But I know it's so popular on TikTok. I don't really know if this is necessarily the style of dress that would do well from this brand, but from what I saw, other dresses listed from their Millennium collection, this is the prettiest. I also couldn't find any other listings for this exact dress. All the other dresses I thought were not cute at all. So I definitely got lucky with a cute dress. There's boning up here. I took a picture of it on the mannequin and it looks so good. It's not getting as much attention as I thought it would. I have it listed decently high at 120. But someone on Depop did say, would you take 110? And I said, yes, send me an offer, which was yesterday, and they still haven't. So fingers crossed they decide to buy it, but I was so excited for that. So definitely those last two pieces, if I sell those for what I have them listed at, I will have profited a ton. But yeah, I think I found some great pieces. I'm really excited. I think going to the bins this time, I was just like, okay, focus on like how much fun it is to find these brands, like how exciting it is to be here, and like the things I enjoy about the bins, because I think sometimes I will get like overwhelmed and anxious being like, it's so crowded here, people are in my space, I don't have a cart, I have to drag my bag around. And then like when I get home, that's all I think about is like how like difficult it was, and not how much fun I was having and how excited I am and how little money I spent, honestly. So if you're someone who like struggles with going to the bins because you also get overwhelmed, my tip would just to be to try and focus on like the good parts about it, especially when you're there, because I think it's really helped me, and I am really excited to go back. And in the grand scheme of things, me and my husband drive hours to go places. We drove to Las Vegas, which was like an 8-hour drive. We've driven to Disneyland, which is like a 5-hour drive, and to San Diego, and we used to fly or drive from Portland to San Diego and back all the time. So me driving 1 hour to Sacramento isn't really that long of a drive for me. So yeah. So anyway, I hope I didn't rant too much. I hope you guys really liked this video and liked this haul. I would love to know what your favorite piece was. Ugh, I feel like it's so hard for me to decide, but I absolutely love that NASCAR like shirt situation. I think it would look so sick on someone if they wore it like open with like a crop top underneath. I think that looks so cool. But yeah, let me know. I hope you guys are having a great time sourcing and selling this week, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!